Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. And when last we left off, we stayed at the Black Hound Inn, but our dreams were far from pleasant. They were haunted, chilling, and focused on the tree. That drew us to the dwarf Animancer at the tree, and despite everything, we spoke to them. We spoke to them with a strange part of our soul, our being that we didn't know about until now, and we got many answers. And from those we have even more questions. We are, according to the Dwarf Animancer, a watcher. We are able to see souls beyond the shroud. Souls that have not yet passed on to their next life. And we can talk to them. We can learn things. Perhaps we can use this power for good. But there's so much we don't understand. How did we get it? Why do we have it? What will it do? And who were those people by that strange monument? Perhaps we'll find those answers as we head to that place we were told about by the dwarf. And we'll be doing so with Edér, a fighter. We have a wizard, a fighter, Biscuit.
I'm here.
We're becoming a small little ragtag party of adventurers. For now, though, I want to head to the blacksmith. We have things that I want to sell. And I don't know why Aloth is going that way, but Aloth is going that way. Oh, Aloth. We better make ourselves scarce anyway. We're not exactly welcome here. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, let's pop into the Black Hammer Smithery and say hello. Hopefully we can get a good rate for our wares. There's a fair few people here. Harlan here and Durgan. There's also Guard, Commoner, Apprentice. Let's speak to you two first. There's also, right here, Tuatano. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained within the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. I'm going to step back for the moment. I don't want to do that just yet. Let's instead talk to you. That seems important to a quest of some kind. This Urmal man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here at the Black Hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting my next delivery for near on a week now. Haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. All my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe, to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Tuatano scratches his jaw, thinking. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Redrick. Tuatana glances at the nearby guard. That's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Where was the wagon travelling from? We send the wagon up to New Hamar with weapons, and it swings round through Logholm and the like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow, and then north through the wilds. Tuatana shakes his head. Had a trader come through with word they'd made it to Logholm, but haven't heard a thing since. I'll find your supplies. He nods. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back, and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up, or they can take up farming instead. Alright, let's sell some things.
How do you do?
Good to see you again. Afraid we're still running low on goods, but you're welcome to have a look at what we have. I see what you have then. Of course, we won't find anything fine elsewhere. Okay, you have some... Ooh, what is that? Not actually a proper lance, but rather a pike. The weapon was gifted to an Orlan maid along with a goat by her wizard master, Cabrindo, who was forced to show her the door after a number of episodes of remarkable clumsiness and brash carelessness that had left his grimoire waterlogged and his laboratory in ashes. The gifts were all the soft-hearted wizard could do to stanch his guilt. Wandering from place to place with only her goat, her pike, and a reputation for negligence that preceded her, her fortunes changed one day when she encountered a pair of soldiers trapped by a group of bandits. Too short to wield the pike properly, she instead climbed atop her goat and spurred it into the fray, levelling the pike like a lance and running one of the bandits through. Frightened and confused by the display and intimidated by Jenna's coarse language, the remaining bandits fled, and the soldiers' lives were spared. Her actions earned her a commission with a local fort, and she served with distinction in the cavalry. The original experience had given her such pleasure that she always found a place at the front of any charge. Eventually, this took its toll, and she went missing after her unit was commanded to charge a group of trolls. So this is a... it's a pike! Oh, I want this! I want this weapon eventually. That's a pike! You also have a quarterstaff, a bow, sword, saber, mace, breastplate, rings of minor deflection, a blunting belt, which is +5 slashing and pierce reduction. This belt is comprised of several layers of leather, wound around small round pieces of metal. The resulting effect is not unlike brigandine, though the belt's sturdiness only reflects these arcane protections woven into the material. For the belt grants uncommon resistance against cutting and piercing attacks. There is also this cape of withdrawal, +15 defense while disengaging. Ooh. That, however, is something I want. A rope and grappling hook. Grappling hooks can be used to anchor a rope to locations that may be hard to reach by foot. Though often used to scale high walls, they have many potential applications. The usefulness of the rope is limited only by the imagination of the adventurer carrying it. There's also a pry bar, effective at prying open certain types of containers, but not especially useful on doors due to the uneven and narrow distribution of its leverage. We want the rope and grappling hook. We want that. I also want to sell some things to you, like a poleaxe, the mace, the shield, this bow, that. Sell all the things. I can sell more things. Fantastic. I might as well just sell it all. Crossbow, hatchet, dagger. Just sell it all. All the things! Oh, we also have armor we can sell you, like leather armor, scale armor. Yeah, sell all of this too. I'm glad you have infinite money with which I can do this. We also have a open helm, a cape. I'll keep those. Miscellaneous things. Yeah, we'll sell. So, 547. You also have armor and all this that you can separate out, which I like. Yeah, we'll trade. That seems like a good purchase. A very good purchase. Okay, so in our inventory now is the rope and grapple. Also, while I'm thinking about it, need to give you... Oh, you have a cloak. Okay, you have a cloak. But in the stash, we have a helmet for you. Would you like this helmet? Ah, a fine helmet. Okay. With that done,
I'm here.
Let's now leave.
You must gather your party before venturing.
Oh, that's a fantastic line to hear. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. So, we will save because we've done a bit of buying and selling. Did I get a good deal? Probably not, but that's fine. We're going to make our way back to the Vale. And I'm going to use that rope and grapple to get up to the body on the ruins. Then I'm going to go see if I can take on the bear. Gonna see if I can take on that bear. Oh, double speed. Ah. So that's how you double and half speed. We're just going to leave you alone. We're not going to talk to you. I don't think talking to you is important. Oh. 2 people there I can talk to at some point. But for now, I'm going to go this way. Head back to Valewood. Can't go over there. That's where I want to go to find the Watcher. So, Valewood, 8 hours. That's fine. Are there going to be any enemies that have spawned in? Perhaps. For now, though, we want to go here. Because I want to get up to this. And I can do that
I'm here.
using the grapple. Use a grappling hook. You give the grappling hook a few swings for momentum and let fly. And the hook lodges easily behind a pile of stones at the upper edge of the wall. A few tugs on the rope suggest it will stay put. Well, climb to the top. With the help of the rope, you make your way up the face of the wall and onto the other side. Fantastic! We're here. We're all here. So. Ooh! A scrawled letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you were right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in my next life, I shall be a trapper of wolves. So, leather armor, goes to the moustache. But this, Fulvano's gloves. Though never as famed as he would claim, the Valian explorer Fulvano was known to be an eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he travelled by foot to gain a local appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his explorations proved only the world outside of the Valian republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his home. His gloves are said to have belonged to Fulvano, who often found himself in need of some protection as he climbed harsh terrain or manoeuvred through forests. While thick enough to provide some warmth, they are meant first and foremost to be flexible enough not to hinder delicate tasks. +2 dexterity! Wow! That is amazing. You already have the maximum number of camping supplies, but that's fine. We can always come back for these. This, however... No. This, however... Yes! We want to give you more dex. I also want to put this in moustache and put that in moustache. Like that. Okay.
I'm here.
We also want to grab this. Get some herbs. Ooh! And grab some blood moss. There was some blood moss in Gilded Vale. From the edge of the wall you can see an old cobblestone road turning south, and the patchy trees of the Valewood. Your grappling hook and rope are still here, allowing for relatively easy descent. Well, we'll climb down. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back to the ground below.
Yes.
Excellent! We shall save after this fantastically fortuitous discovery. And make our way to the bear cave. Perhaps with 3 people we can deal with this. 3 and Biscuit, of course. Biscuit's very important. Alright, up we go. Around here. Just checking to see if there was anything I could loot there. There is not. Alright. Forward we go. Into the Cave of Bear. Right. We can hear the bear. This is a terrible decision. But we're doing it. We're doing it.
Hi?
So what abilities do you have? You have Arcane Assault. Unleashes a bolt of magical energy from the Grimoire that inflicts raw damage and dazes. Oh, dazes might be useful. You have Knockdown and Defender. The fighter adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of deflection. We're not going to need that because there's only 1. You also have the Second Chance, which is grant second chance on unconscious. What is Second Chance? Revive with 30 endurance. Ooh.
I'm here.
That's interesting. Right, let's go over here. Okay.
Aye?
Right. We need to have you cast a spell. I think it's time for some Minoletter's minor missiles at you.
I'm here.
You need a marked prey. You need to charge forward. You need to charge forward. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that was a good amount of damage. And I think a arcane barrage might be good too. We only need to slay you, so we'll knock you down.
I'm here.
Could also do vicious aim. Have that active. Let's see how we do. Okay, not doing badly here. We get by with a little help from our friends. And there we go. Victory is ours. That went incredibly well. We also gained a fair bit of experience there. Bearhide. Found across the regions of Airglanfath and Valewood, bears are formidable predators. They are among the beasts most highly regarded by servants of the god of the hunt, who often seek out the largest and most deadly of the species to prove their skill. Bear hides are highly valued, and the claws of the eldest among them are often strung into necklaces and totems, making the wearer as a hunter of worth. Yep, that's fantastic. So,
I'm here.
what is here? Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. There's this, for instance. Cave coral. There's also this. Cave coral. And this. Mice crawl through eye sockets and over femurs. There's a chest, which we'll look at. And in here is a quarterstaff. Okay. We'll take that. And then there's you. Wouldn't have been able to do this before. A figure drifts suspended in the misty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. Let us reach out. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder, echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, and fall. You are hobbled. Your thoughts are in chaos, lanced through with pain. But in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great, dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the spectre lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I met him on the road, your friend. A sudden, lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him, and see what he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of his own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter, until you are alone once more. So he hobbled his friend here. The man we met on the road hobbled his friend to ensure that he escaped.
I'm here.
So the story he told us was a lie. Partially. We have some questions. And these questions probably aren't going to end well for that person. They probably aren't going to end well. So let's head back. There's nothing more we can do here. Let's head back to Gilded Vale and let's find that person. Do we have a... If we go to the journal, do we know where they are? Vengeance from the Grave. Confront Nonon. He lives in the Gilded Vale, but I don't know where he is in Gilded Vale. I guess we're going to have to go find him. We're also going to have to talk to Kalicia's sister. I have forgotten to speak to Kalicia's sister. Should have done that before I left Gilded Vale, but hopefully she's okay. And there's nothing to worry about with spending a little bit of time getting to her. So we can't get over to here. Nonon is not here. If Nonon was anywhere, he'd be in one of the houses. So, yep, Usurper and Clink, they're not who we want. We should totally save, because I fear that this altercation will end poorly. So here we go. Is Nonon here? No. You are someone else. We'll speak to you later. We'll speak to you later. Right now, want to find Nonon. I didn't find Nonon in the smithy, did I? No. Are you... You're probably in one of the other houses. Like maybe here. Ah, that's a house we can't go into. Where is Nonon? It's a good question. Where is Nonon? Yeah, we can't... Oh, no, we can go into here. Let's go in. I thought we could. I thought we couldn't. So in here we have Eldin and Kara. Okay, not who we're looking for. We'll be back for you later. We'll be back for you later. So many people we can talk to, so many things. But right now, I'm on this quest. So there's a house up here. Might be this house. We have Doran and Rudolph here. Wonder if these people are people that backed the game. Villager? It's not you. That's the windmill. You're not likely to be in the windmill. You might be in the windmill. There's this house. Maybe he is here. Well, it's worth looking, I suppose. So we will go to this house. Right here. We'll have a look here. Ah, he is here. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Well met, friend.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Nonon? Nonon coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned her about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for someone who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband, in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place, that's all. It's cost me the greater part of my life, and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nonon. The colour drains from Nonon's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks to Nonon, touching his arm. If it's about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nonon shakes his head minutely. You see tremble in his hand. What would make you suggest such a thing? I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived them. I saw you cut him with the knife. That's not possible. Nonon stares at you. How could you possibly know? His hand falls to his sword belt. I left no sign. Nonon, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonon, we met, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Ah, the game's making this not cut and dry. Shades of grey. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We've some coin, saved up. You could have it, if only you'll let us go. Ooh. Ooh, this is tricky. We could attack, but blood for blood is... This is difficult. Do I let Nonon go? Do I let Nonon and Ingrid go? Do I let them go? I don't know. There is nuance to this. There is nuance. Oh, as nasty as the man was, you still killed him. But I think we should not take matters into our own hands and attack ourselves. We should do this. No, whatever your reasons, you caused the man's death. I'm taking this to the magistrate. I don't know what you think you'll tell the magistrate. A story about a dream you had? But you won't take this from me. Not when we're so close, and not for that wretched Pearlie. Nonon draws his blade. Well, here they come. They're coming for us, so... I guess we're fighting.
Aye?
Aye, indeed. Let us have at thee. I think it's time for some missiles. Not the result I wanted, but it is what's happening. So,
I'm here.
back up.
Love.
And I need you to do this, and we can start focusing you down. And...
Curses.
Oh, curses indeed. But, Nonon, no! Unfortunately, you made the bed you're lying in now. And they are gone. Vengeance from the grave. Experience gained. A miserable end.
I'm here.
But it is an end. They have a ring. A minor ring of deflection. Simple clothing, a sword, a dagger, and some small amounts of money. And a few items. This bottle of Sonreed is half empty.
Yes?
This is not the cheery ending I wanted for this quest, but there was never going to be a cheery end, was there? There's some fennings as well. Is there anything else if we scout?
Not a sound.
Yes, there is. There's also a copper pan, camping supplies, and a rope and grapple. I could have saved money there, but that's okay. Can I not put these in the stash? I can. Okay. I'll look at those a little bit later. Oh dear. That was sad. It was sad, but it was the ending that I think made the most sense for Liren.
I'm
To
here.
report it to the magistrate and let the magistrate do with it what they will. Murder is murder in the end, and
Absolutely.
was it right? It is what happened. And now there are more dead. Oh dear. And when we come back, folks, we've got to go find Kalicia's sister. We haven't looked for her yet in Gilded Vale. She's somewhere. She's somewhere. We'll find her. Hopefully we'll avoid being by that tree too often. Don't want to be by that tree. Don't want to be the next person on it. But what an end to a quest, eh? What an end. Not happy. But what is happy about Gilded Vale? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.